Hi guys, I understand that nobody likes to be accused of being socially unjust or being irresponsible in a social or human relationship. But in reality, a lot of us have been found wanting on the scale of justice. Now, I understand that when it comes to social justice, a lot of us have proven our worth, are doing enough to show responsibility and reasonability in being just in our dealings with human beings in the social ecosystem. But when it comes to other sense of being just, so many people are wanting. And one of these is in the use of language. All right, let me bring it down. How do you feel when you're invited to an occasion, maybe a birthday party, for example, and you get to invite your friend, maybe your kid, or your house help, your housemaid, to the same event, and you are the one responsible for buying the occasion clothes for, the usher, for example, the occasion clothes, the uniform for your friend or your neighbor or whoever that is you're inviting to that same party. And so after doing everything possible to make sure that the person you're inviting to this party alongside you has everything that you want to have to attend the same party. Say, for example, you're the one responsible for buying the clothing for this person, the shoes, everything that makes up the attire to create this occasion. And after doing all of those things, when you get to the venue of this event, just right at the gate, the security won't let you in, but rather give entrance to this subordinate of yours, allow this friend of yours, get to the main venue while you're kicked out of the gate. That is exactly how linguistic injustice sounds like. Nobody likes it as human beings. So as it is for humans, so it is for English language and for language in general. It doesn't matter what sort of language it is. But in this case, we're only dwelling on English language. Now coming down to the essence of today's lesson, we actually want to focus our attention on a case between the use of LOSE, lose, versus LOST, lost. So just to recap, what I'm trying to say is that in this video, we're going to look at the right way to use LOSE, lose, and how to use LOST, lost. Right. Now, before we go into the nitty-gritty of explaining how to appropriately use these words to match whatever context or situation you want to use them for, let me explain this. Now, you see the English language and everything that we make, every utterance, every expression, every sentence, every statement that you make as somebody who is expressing him or herself in the English language. You must understand that every word, every expression that you make in English language is like a human being. Yes, you heard it right from me. So human beings and language have something in common. Now, I'm sure that nearly everybody watching this now must have gone through the process of reciting parts of the body, hands, the nose, the legs. Not the same way you've gone through the process of identifying the parts of the human body. So you must understand the parts of language, the parts of English sentences. Now, every utterance that you make in English language has its own parts, like we have the parts of the body. Right? Now, I will go into much details about the parts of a sentence or the parts of whatever that you say. But the nucleus, the heart, the most important part of every sentence that you make in English language is what is known as verb. V-E-R-B, verb. Or said in other words, predicator. Now, verbs in English language have different forms. We have what is called the present form. We have what is called the past form, and you have what is called the future form. Now, it doesn't matter whether each of these forms has its own subsidiaries, but the major focus is on present tense, the past tense, and the future tense, or the future tense, the present tense, and the past tense, or the past tense, the future, and the present, okay? Now, those are the basic forms, the present, the past, and the future, okay? Or the past, the present, and the future. You must understand that every time that you use a present tense verb in place of a past tense verb, you would have been guilty of what I call linguistic injustice. And anytime that you decide to use a future tense verb in place of a past tense verb, then you would have been linguistically unjust. Also, if you decide to use a present tense verb in place of the past, or the past in place of the present, or the present in place of the future, that is what I call linguistic injustice. The same way you don't like the idea of somebody taking your glory, even God himself doesn't like sharing his glory with anybody. So you can share the glory of a present tense verb with a past tense verb. And that, of course, is the theory and principle of social justice in the breath, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So now that said, our focus for today, like I said, is the appropriate use of LOSE, lose, versus the appropriate use of LOST, lost. Now the verb LOSE, lose, is a present tense verb. I take that again. When you have the verb LOSE, that verb is in the present form. Now, if you have the verb LOST, that is a verb in the past tense. So, in other words, the past tense of LOSE, lose, is lost. The present tense of lost is lose. So, it will be wrong for us to use lost in place of lose and lose in place of lost, which is what a lot of us are guilty of today. Now imagine you as a parent, for example, you've bought your kids some items for school, but this child of yours is in the habit of losing items or throwing things away, misplacing things, and you get angry to a point that you say to the child, I'm getting you this for the last time. Make sure you don't lost it. I've heard this a couple of times. If at any point you're spoken this way, this video is when you have to pay attention. Take for example, you're a parent. Okay, so whose name do I use in this example? So let me use Makinde. Let me use the name Makinde. And by the way, Makinde is a very good student of mine whose birthday comes on the 18th of this month, for example. Sorry, no publicity anyways. All right, so maybe you're a parent who is used to buying school materials, stationery, writing materials for your kid, maybe a pencil, eraser, or an eraser, or a pen for your child, but this child keeps on losing materials, misplacing them, throwing them away, and you get angry to the point that you buy a pen at some point, and you're saying to your kid, hey, Makinde, I'm giving this to you. This is the lost pen I'll give you for the time. If you like, lost it again. Lost it the way you lost the other one. Lost it the way you've lost the other one. Now, if you speak that way, it means you're committing what I call linguistic injustice. You're wrong. It's grammatically wrong to say, if you like, lost it. I'm giving this to you, don't lost it. I'm giving this to you, don't lost it. Excuse me. Now remember that the verb LOST is in the past, is a past tense verb of lose, while lose is the present tense form of lost. So the right thing to say will be, I'm going to give this to you now. Promise me you won't lose it. Promise me you won't lose this. Now promise me you won't lost it. Promise me you're not going to lose this pen. Okay? Or you say, I gave this to you yesterday, but you lost it. Or you say, yesterday I gave you a pen, you lost it. Now you're asking for another one. Where do I get that from? I should give you another, and you go lose it again, and you go lose it again, and you go lost it again. So I've heard a lot of people speak this way. All right. So remember that the present tense form of the, when you want to speak about a situation, maybe in the future or in the present, the right verb to use between lost and lose will be lose. And if you have to talk about situations that happened in the past already, maybe you gave something to your son or your daughter or your kid or your friend or whoever it is in picture, and the person misplaced the item that you gave to them, you say lost. Like, I gave this to you. I gave you something in the past. You lost them or you lost it. So I won't give you this so that you don't lose it. So you don't lose it in the future. So the right thing to say is, don't lose my pen. I'm giving this to you for the very last time. Do not lose it. Do not lose your pen, okay? Don't lose focus, don't lost focus, all right? So I don't want to hear again statement like, don't lost my pen or don't lost my book. Don't lost my book. It's like you're saying don't. The same way lost is the past tense of lose, is the same way went is the past tense of go. So if you can say, so if you think, so if you know that it is wrong to say, I will went to Lagos. If it's wrong to say, I will went to Lagos, then it is wrong to say, I will lost your book. Because lost is the past tense of lose, just as went is the past tense of go. Do you understand now? So the right way to use lose and lost is to understand that lose is the present verb form, while lost is the past tense verb form. And finally, here is a special happy birthday shout out to Makinde Akimbo, who celebrates his birthday on the 18th of December this month. Happy birthday to you, Makinde. I love you so very much. Many happy returns to your mom and dad. Love you. If this is the first time of watching me, I'm Benjamin, and this is Ben's Voice Narrative. This session is Ben's English Lab. So make sure you click on the subscribe button and be a part of this family. Share this video with your loved ones and make sure that everyone is a subscribed member. Remember, subscription is free.